I'd love to hear from a person who I used to think was absolutely insane until all the insane things he said turned out to be true. Dr. Martin Block, can you join us?
I can. Am I on? I guess I am. I guess I probably have known Don, 46 years, which is a long time. Don't ask me why I did this, but I counted up all the articles and paper presentations. I have 83 joint authored paper presentations with him, if you can believe that, and 35 refereed publications and 3 books. And I believe I probably can only claim as a co-author just maybe a twinge over half of what his output was. One of the things I can do probably better than anyone else is go back to the Michigan State days when he was a doctoral student. Believe it or not, Michigan State at the time, a big advertising program, did not have a media course. We added one, and as part of the media course, there was a media buying and simulation game we put together, written in Fortran, all on punched cards, with the students participating on remote terminals. I know, ye gods. I should say that which probably not many know, but when Don graduated and went to Northwestern, he was teaching creative. That might seem a little strange that he would teach creative, given everything else. But I'm going to go back very briefly to his dissertation, which is an empirical estimation of the advertising response function. I know, ye gods. It's very mathematical and very analytical, maybe unexpected. But anyway, that got he, and I guess me too, involved in trying to commercially estimate the response function. And that led to the beginnings of IRI. And sadly, all of IRI's efforts didn't lead very far. They didn't really show much in the way of ad effects. Wild and crazy promotion effects, but not much in the way of ad effects. If I can just briefly do a personal thing here. Towards the end, as IRI was desperate to demonstrate advertising effects, they dragged in academics, me being one. I am the world's leading authority on spaghetti sauce sales in Eau Claire, Wisconsin in the early 1980s. I know, that's impressive, isn't it? Really, with all the data torturing I knew, really wasn't able to show the impacts. But what I was able to find is that people who purchased Ragu, those households, were dog owners. People who purchased Prego were cat owners. And yes, I presented this at a national ARF meeting in New York. Ever since, the whole next 30 years, I've been heckled by Don on pet ownership. And what has been fun is every chance I got, I would stick dog ownership in as one of our variables. And more than once, he had to present a slide with dog ownership on it, which was kind of fun. Anyway, it's that inability to show ad effects that drew Don into direct marketing, where there's data. And now you can kind of see what the beginnings were of the IMC concept. Those of you who are alums, depending on when you graduated, I think it was about 1986, you got an MSA, a Master of Science in Advertising. Between now 86, 87 to maybe 91, 92, somewhere in there, you had one of 3 choices. You were either a Master of Science in Advertising and Promotion, or an MSA in Direct Marketing, or one in corporate public relations. And that all came together 92-ish and became IMC, and it's been IMC ever since. Some of you who are alums might remember better than I the exact dates. A long story since, I could go on and on and on. I could easily fill up to 3 hours. I know, thinking ye gods. But with that, I should say, if Don had a tombstone, I would argue strongly that on the bottom of the tombstone, it should say honorary dog owner. and I'll let that go.
Well, Martin, thank you. I will pick up and carry on Don's legacy as advocating for animal variables in all predictive models.
This may be why he does not get a tombstone.
Now, as I understand, the current plan is for Don's ashes to have a final resting place in the ocean off the south coast of Australia.
Yes.
With that in mind, we are going to warn the sharks.
If I could add I know this isn't really appropriate, but Don, through most of his career, had more United Air miles than probably the pilots. And it would probably be most appropriate, if it could be done, is to scatter the ashes at 40,000 feet somewhere.
I don't think they let you do that. But,
I know, I understand, but it just the concept of it, given how much he traveled.
United was very kind, and they transferred his remaining miles to me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Martin, thank you. We have